Aloha everybody and welcome to Beachwalks with Rocks. Today is show number 504 and you can find us at beachwalks.tv. First off, those of you that were on the Ustream live chat from the Podcast Expo last weekend, Lexi says thanks for thinking of her. She really appreciated that. And I read some research lately that I find fascinating. It was a person at New York University, I don't remember his name, but I'll find it for you, who did this study where he had two groups of people, or he had people identify themselves ahead of this research as either liberal or conservative. And then he went and gave everyone the identical test, which was to flash a series of M's on the screen. And every time they saw an M, they were supposed to click a button. And at random, he would intersperse a W. And if they saw the W, they weren't supposed to do anything. And what he found was that the liberals actually were better able to respond to that change in what was being presented to them. And he traced it to this part of the brain called the anterior cingulated cortex, the ACC. And that when people actually have a more developed ACC, they can respond, they're more flexible in terms of their belief systems, that they can take in new information and allow it to inform their opinions as compared to people who have a lesser developed one. Well, as you can imagine, this could really be quite a fascinating study, but to me it relates to another psychological system called the Myers-Briggs testing, where people's personality can be sorted by different preferences. And one preference really prefers to rely on historical data to inform their opinions, while their opposite counterpart tends to prefer thinking into the future and imagining what if. So a typical example is often, planning your wedding. So if you're the type that likes past data, you'll say, well, I'm going to research the weather data and pick a day where the least amount of rain has ever happened if I'm going to have an outdoor wedding. Versus somebody that might say, well, but I did my astrology and the best day for my wedding is in February, and there's a high chance it might rain, but I'm going to think positive and hope that the rain doesn't rain that particular day. So it's not, again, that, like we do on Beachwalks, that one is better or worse than the other. Thank you, Lexi. Bring it to me, huh? But it's that we literally are not just psychologically, but perhaps structurally different so that we can represent all points in the spectrum. The upside of not having such a flexible ACC is that you're not so easily swayed by new things that come along, and it's easier for you to stay on your path and stay focused. So they both have a place. And that is your brain science report today from the beaches of Hawaii. If you'd like to Skype us, you can do so at Roxanne Darling. If you'd like to call, the number is 949-544-1456. Aloha, everybody.